knocked the brake bias down by a couple of notches, did you, Steve?
Should be on 56, I think, on the setup.
I think it's on 56, but did you...
Yeah, I think default is 57.8. And I think I put it on 56 for the setup. That's just in the middle.
Okay.
You can put it forward if you need to.
I'll have a look at it. Yeah. It seems to be pretty consistent, but sometimes it. I think I pressed the accelerator too hard.
You'll only notice the brake bias being rearward if the back end starts stepping out when you're braking into corners. So just when you start to turn, if you lose the rear, that's probably the brake.
Hello, everyone.
Sometimes the back does get a bit loose.
How are we all doing today?
You might try it at your side.
I am trying something with.
Make it worse, I think. If you
hold on. I'm trying something with the audio, so hopefully you can hear my voice. Oh, that was loud. Thanks, Harry. Yeah, so please let me know how the audio is, if you can hear my voice. Trying to get rid of some background noise. Hayden. Thanks, Invictus. Last week's been alright, thanks, Harry. Oh, that's Brandon today. It was Hayden's birthday today, but he's not with us at the moment. Hey, Denzel.
Anything in particular that I'm...
Right, so tonight's event is just a one-off. It's nothing to do with the league I'm doing.
All looks good. Just yeah, just get a rhythm. Yeah, get a rhythm, and you'll be fine.
Right, yeah. I just want to check if my voice is sounding loud enough, and the game sound's going to sound good enough as well.
Russian dude at the moment to see if his ping's going to upset anybody.
And also let me know if those voices in the background are too loud. I could probably turn those down a little bit. Otherwise, I think I can do a little bit of practice to get us started. Qualifying should be in 25 minutes. Probably started the stream a little bit early. But it's alright. We're in a fast track. I want to get that to optimum before qualifying. Just a second.
Hello.
Set up. Check.
Howdy.
Righto. I think I'm all good to go. I'm in New Zealand, so that's unfortunately why races are at weird times for most of you guys. I understand that's really annoying. It's really frustrating because usually these races that are hosted here in Aussie, New Zealand are late at night for me, but early in the morning everywhere else on the world, so it just doesn't work out very well, but it is what it is. Can't really do much about it. Yep, just to repeat what I said before, this is not, well, this race for me is a once-off. It's not anything to do with the league I'm doing, it's not to do with Octane Online Racing. It's hosted by RaceOnOZ, and it's the 2.4 hours of Spa, it's not the 24 hours of Spa. Although, within the 2.4 hours, we'll be running through a 24-hour cycle in ACC.
Yeah.
And I'll be driving the Nissan today, which is a bit new. Yeah, the pit lane is very long.
Oh, just wondering why the brake bias is where it's at, that's all. Not that it matters, I just obviously want to make sure the pit stops are still there.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So
How many people are teaming up, Steve?
We got 3 teams. We got Denis Strelinkov and Nikita Bogorodovsky, and Igor and Alex. I have no idea how to pronounce the second name, but Shakev. So just 3. We were going to have one more, Mr. Frost and Crunch, but that Crunch couldn't make it, so Frosty's doing it on his own.
those voices are really loud for me, so I'd just like to know what you guys think. to elaborate what they're saying is this race you can enter either as a single driver or with a team. I'm entering on my own. I know Hayden would not have had enough time or practice to do this, so it doesn't work out. It was his birthday today though. So happy birthday to him.
Andy joining us tonight?
No, he didn't sign up, mate.
No.
I haven't seen him for a while, actually.
There's an SRO thing coming up. That's why Philippa wasn't going to be here either.
Hey everyone,
okay.
hope I haven't missed any comments.
Makes sense.
What about T-Bone?
He had something go wrong. I forgot what it was. Maybe computer
Might
problems.
turn those voices down quite loud for me. Hey Kelsonic. Hey Ken Pafu.
Someone else came off their bike. We've had a few drop out, just injuries and all sorts of life madness.
You give Victorians a little bit of freedom.
That's what happens, mate.
Do you have any tips coming from iRacing? One big thing I noticed between the two is on ACC you can slam the brakes all the way. Oh, just flat. And on iRacing you have to be very cautious with how you use the brake pedal. On ACC you can really hammer the brake pedal. Other tips, oh gosh, it's hard to suggest. I'm not sure how much experience you have with ACC or iRacing or sim racing in general, so it's really hard to suggest. Probably start in an easier car, which would probably be something like an Aston Martin or anything with the engine on the front, and then work your way from there. I tend to be a little better in ACC than I am in iRacing. I spend more time in ACC, obviously. iRacing is very competitive and got a lot more online activity than it does on ACC. Today I'll be driving the Nissan, which is a first for me. I've barely driven this car in ACC, and this is going to be my first race. Well, my first.
It's alright, we don't need that bit of paint.
Longer than 20-minute race with this car.
It was slowing us down, it was so heavy.
Endurance racing is great fun. But, I mean, if you're really going for longer endurers, like 3 hours plus, you're definitely going to need a teammate.
Well, not me. Personal fastest though.
Ooh. Okay, well that would have been a track limits warning. Okay, I just want to start getting into the flow of the track. Still in fast conditions, yep. So yeah, that's another thing. In this race, we're running at 10 times time progression, which means we're going to run through a 24-hour cycle in ACC within the 2.4 hours that we're racing today, which means temperatures are going to go up and down like crazy, so tire pressures are always going to be out. And there's a very, very high chance there's going to be rain at some point. There's about 18 minutes until qualifying. It's good to see everyone who is here so far. Welcome. Hello, Hayden. Everybody wish Hayden happy birthday. It's his birthday today. This is one of my worst corners on this car. The thing I'm finding with this car is the rear is actually really loose. When you come off the throttle, it just swings out. Yeah, qualifying will be in 18 minutes.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Here we go. I'm driving in the Nissan GTR today, 2018 one. Yeah, that's
Brandon
right.
Dub in here.
Yep. Ouch.
This car can only just do ready on flat. Just. It feels scary doing it. Yeah, the anti-roll bars are almost as understeery as you can get, so... Mainly just to prepare for the rain, because there's almost definitely going to be rain in this race. But yeah, I've got a pretty stiff front bar and a pretty loose rear bar. What I found is on qualifying fuel, it feels fine, but with... I don't know where the fuel tank is on this car, but with heavy fuel it feels a bit more unstable. Well, in this... Hi Anthony, in this race, there is the option for teams, but most people are just running it solo. I did mention that, yeah, I think I mentioned that before. I should probably do some qualifying practice before qualifying starts. Car feels a little bit different, this fuel. Nasty bit of oversteer on exit there. Right, time to do some qualifying practice. How close are we? A whole 1.482 seconds off, right. Pretty good at... Actually, you know what? I'm not running anything special with the setup today, so I don't really care. I'm gonna... Oh, I didn't prepare me a... hot temp qualifying setup. That's probably right. Tires. Okay, fine. Let's go and crash.
I just got to get some tea, guys. I'll be back in a minute.
2018 GTR. If you're in the 2015 one, you would lose. There's no chance that thing can go fast. So far my impressions with the Nissan are decent. It feels... I don't mind how it feels, it's just when, like I said, if it's got heavy fuel it feels a little bit different. And some said it was really good in the wet. I mean, maybe it's fast in the wet, but it's feeling pretty scary when the track's slippery. That's from my experience so far. I do apologise if I miss some comments throughout the live stream, as I'll obviously be trying to concentrate. I'll do my best. Well, thanks Joy, I'm hoping the videos are helping you out. I do enjoy Bathurst as well. Not an easy track to get perfect, but it's a great track. Before I started the live stream, I was practicing in the wet, so I'm going to have to adapt to the dry conditions again, which is a little annoying. Hey Katie, thank you very much. I see some comments slipping out of my view, so I'm sorry if I missed those.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
We in optimum yet? Not yet. Indeed, road to 20k. I think we're at something like 15,000 subscribers. I haven't checked in a while. Not the world's best exit, but okay. Oof. This thing only, like I said before, it only just makes that flat. No lap times. If the track goes optimum and the track isn't too hot, we could probably see 16s in qualifying. If the track's optimum and we got decent temperatures, we could probably see 18s in the race. If we're really lucky, we might see a couple 17s in the race.
Holy crap, the Russians are quick.
Time zone, mate.
They got the advantage.
Let's see if they can stay consistent with that peak.
What sort of pit stops are people expected to be doing?
You'll be doing about 2 pit stops, I think.
Okay.
Mostly unscheduled ones.
Yeah.
Fire mile. I don't know if I'll make that up on this lap. Those guys are quick at the front at the moment.
We'll aim for 2, but it'll probably be more like 6.
Damn, I invalidated it. This thing's quite understeer at high speeds.
It'll depend on how many times you have to put wets on.
Yeah.
It would have been top time, 18.288. Okay, welcome everyone so far. Oh, and then you get that. If you hit in the curb, that'll be this lap time pretty messed up.
I'm back.
What's your teammate?
Teammate Tom.
No, your team.
Oh. Oh, I'm in the car. No, I'm not.
I'm in the car.
You're in the car. That would have been a long pit stop if I want to make tea in between.
Oh yeah, it would have been.
Just
save my
valid.
brain for the race.
Yes, good idea.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Ooh. This car feels kind of heavy on the steering wheel compared to the whatever I was last driving. So it snaps pretty quickly the other way if I mess up.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
Yeah, that was pretty decent.
The fastest lap so far. Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Let's try not to screw ready on this time. Right, what have I missed? Yeah, driving the GTR today.
Anybody notice it's the same
Hit the
conversation?
curb again, I had to lift.
Yeah, freeze track.
He's 215 again. My god.
How important is quality to you in an endurance race?
No, you know it off by heart. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's
It was 1 hour ago.
it qualifying was 1 hour ago. I'm not excited anymore.
This fucking gets a bit shit.
I'm running 38 FOV, I think.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
The better. Yeah, it's just around getting an absolute precise line through Rouge and Radeon. There's only one way you can take it. Got to the 17s. I think we're still in fast conditions, yep. Got no fuel. It can pull over here. You might recognize, for those who watch the league races, you might recognize a couple names from there. We do have some drivers joining us. But this is a different group today. How long do we have? 4 minutes until qualifying.
Man, this has got some grunt.
It's RGB. Over 100 viewers already, that is exciting. Good to see you all. Hopefully today's race will be good. It's going to be weird because I know there's probably going to be rain on and off. We've got 2.4 hour race with a 10 times time progression, and that means 10 times weather progression. I think that's how it works. Anyway, we're probably
Yikes,
going to
that's a
be
quick lap.
seeing a lot of rain and death. The session before this, before I started the live stream, was in flooded conditions, and there was about 3/4 of the field just spun on the first corner into the walls at Radeon.
think you need to get him in Discord there, Steve, so we can get in his head.
Yes, I know he's in Discord. I'm trying to build him up too much so his head expands and breaks his headphones in half.
Thanks, whoever just subbed. I'm missing a few things.
We need to start the mind games.
That's right.
GTR's no good in the wet, is it?
What was that? I couldn't hear whoever that was.
You said it's no good in the wet, is it?
Well, I bloody hope so. Otherwise, we've got no chance.
Replying to the message you sent
Really good
me
in the wet, isn't it? It's very stable.
in Discord, Hayden. Yes, okay.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Steve, you're getting into my head now. Not you're meant to get into his
Sorry,
head.
mate. I'll get into everyone's head.
Hey, Miguel.
Is it too late to change cars to the Nissan now?
What's my dream car, Katie? I don't really know that.
Probably still could. You've got 2
There's
minutes
lots of
and
them
6
out there.
seconds.
I've always liked the Audi R8. It's a good sounding car and it's a good looking car. In an ACC, it's a good feeling car most of the time. We've run it for our last 2 endurance races and it felt pretty good, so I like that. Yeah, this is another Aussie group called RaceOnOZ.
Strategy to 20 liters of fuel instead of 50.
Alright, mate. Sounds like
That's
a plan.
unfortunate, Matt. I hope uni goes alright.
We're getting 3.5 liters per lap.
Okay, I'm gonna have a quick pee
Nice.
before qualifying starts.
So we should
I'll
do way less
be
than
right.
220
Actually, no, I'll wait until
We're gonna
after
put
quali.
40 in the end, sort of thing. So,
35 degrees, ouch.
Yeah, we can always tweak it as we go in a little bit if we need to.
exactly, we can figure that out. Yeah.
What were my pressures at? They're quite high, weren't they?
Is there a stint limit?
We did put a stint limit, or try to, but unfortunately the widget is not working at the moment if you try and add a mandatory stop, so kind of just do your 2 stops with fuel and I think that'll be okay. We were going to try and run 70 minutes stint limit, but it's not practical to try and manage that without the
50 minutes of
in-game
practice,
widget
so I just want to try rerun a couple corners.
That's cool.
I'm not looking forward to night, especially if it rains. That's going to be... I mean, it'll be fun for you guys to watch, but it'll be fun. It'll be hard for me to drive. I don't know, I'm looking forward to the race. It's going to be a bit different from what we've been doing for the last wee while. Blair's sneaking here in the second part of the pit lane. Quick tip for the GTR that I learned watching I forget whose video it is, but on the rear bump stop
Hello,
range,
Spidey. How you doing, mate?
bring that down.
Hello, Spidey.
Tell me you're not driving
It's
a Lambo,
not something
Spidey.
you usually do, but bring the rear bump
BMW,
stop
that's all I've got to
range
set up
down
ready
to
for.
like 15 or 17. It'll probably feel a lot better through Erosion Radeon.
And you're running, what, 220, Spidey? Not
Still
bad.
understeery though.
Yeah, that was a low run, a quali run, so we'll see if I can do that again for actual qualifying.
Oh yeah, they tend to, we'll see what happens, I guess. Yeah.
Running in Jimmy's favourite car today.
Gonna take all the wing off it and just fly in the straights.
It happens. Yeah, good luck with the corners, I'll let you see about
I don't think we're in Optimum yet.
Don't I use the other cars as bumper cars for corners?
that. Yeah, you could. You ruined everybody's lap though.
That's exactly what I was
Please
wanting
no.
too, Hayden. It's a kind of annoying having to
You
use the
just do
long pit
300
lane every
k's down
time.
straight and then just grandma the middle section.
Should open up the short. They should close the long pit lane when there's less than
Time in the
X amount of cars.
I imagine at that point you just make yourself super wide.
One thing I'm gonna do, quali starts, is turn these guys
Going in
down.
front, if you do that, yeah.
That's it.
Quali is starting. Right, oh, it's a bit cooler. Over 28 degrees, that's close enough. Right, let's go. Oh, tires actually. Tires, yeah, they're good. We have 28 cars. I thought we had 10 more today, so a little less than what the sign-up list showed. At least, I think. I think some of those extra drivers are in teams. I'll probably miss a few comments during qualifying. I'm going to try to concentrate, but maybe I'll read a couple if I can. As far as I know, this event was open to all GT3 cars, so we got a Lexus today with us. Lexus does sound nice too. Thanks, Anthony. So what are we looking at? We're in fast conditions still, 28 degrees.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I feel like I want to screw strategy up at some point during this race with probably all the wet stops that are going to happen. And potential damage that I'll get. I'm aiming for a 2-stop race, well, assuming no rain. I think, yeah, well, we have to have at least 2 pit stops, under fueling at the start. A fairly decent gap ahead of me, but they'll probably bunch or spread out towards the end of the lap. Question is, can I survive? Ready on. There's usually a tiny lift on that corner. Thanks for our most recent subscriber, or scaring me with that noise. See what happens. Oh, it's so hard to go flat through there. Just got away with it that time. Just. To answer that question, no, I don't stream on Twitch, just YouTube. Could have accelerated a tiny bit earlier than that, but blue. Ooh. most of the intense stuff's done, but I usually miss, well, it's usually quite easy to stuff up on the last corner, so let's get that right. Kind of messed up the final corner.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Why do I shift so early? Well, I don't know, as far as I know, just before the lights go red is the optimal shift point in this car. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I heard of a while ago.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Uh-oh. Messed that up a little bit. And that. Damn, I lost a 10th there. Oh well.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag, be careful.
We're in optimum now.
This is me, your personal best.
Temperatures, it was 28 degrees before, but now it's 27. I'm using the Logitech G920 wheel and the Fanatec V3 Club Sport pedals. No mods. That'll be invalid. Back to pits, right. It's only just gone optimum, so I don't think the grip is absolutely optimum yet. Right. Yes, we're on PC today. I'll go out again, we've got enough time. Yep, new tyres. So in the next 10 minutes, the track will grip up just a little bit more. I know in these conditions with a fully optimum track, well, my best time so far is a 16.6, but it's capable of probably a little bit better than that. Opinion on a good sim. That's a hard one to answer, but if we're just using ACC as a baseline, I'd like to see more life in the sim. Like, how do I explain it? If with the tire barriers, the the banners on the walls. When the cars fly by them, I want to see those banners shake. The wind to affect the environment. No, the cars to affect the environment around it. Just give you that stronger sense of speed. I don't know. All these things will be heavier on your computer. Obviously, a more detailed damage model would be amazing for ACC. If we could see maybe more life in the spectator. I don't know. These are just little things that I think I would quite like to see. Actual debris getting thrown across the track, maybe oil spills. All those little immersive things that'll probably kill your computer if you try to run it, but that would make up a really fun sim. Maybe seeing like where the off-roads are, seeing marshals run out picking up debris. It would be quite entertaining. I don't know how they'd go about that when you try to run them over.
I'm gonna teleport it back to the pits, mate.
Because let's be honest, if active marshals were a feature in sim racing, people would definitely try kill them. No, this is a 2.4 hour race, before anyone gets confused, not 24. Okay, I need to make some space. Anyone behind me? No. I'll show you us how I set up the wheel on ACC. All the only force feedback settings I've really changed in ACC is, for this car specifically, I've lowered the gain to 75%. Usually I run at 85%. Someone is slowing right down there. What are they doing?
Yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag, be careful there.
All qualifying is over, I want to test something. 15s in these conditions are impossible. Unless it's fully optimum conditions on track, I'd say. Oh, I don't know, maybe. But not today. I'm definitely not doing that today. My computer specs, oh, a lot for me to remember right now. I have to say that another time. Got a bit loose there, that messed my lap up. Long's gone quick.
Don't blabber your laps and ballad.
I think I'll leave it there, Steve. Last.
Can I improve just a little bit? I'd like to get to the 16s, but I don't know. Probably a big ask for this session.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
Tiny improvement.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
What gloves am I using? I don't actually know the model, but they're Sparko. It says KG3 on them. That's the model name, I'm not sure. Oh, I had a weird bump there. Right, well I'm going to use this lap to do what I want to practice, and that is stopping position in the pit stop. That was a really weird bump I hit in Rouge there. I haven't hit that before, I don't think. Do I make all my setups? Usually no, we get some help. Or we work off a baseline, which has been made already. But, I forget the YouTuber's name. But if you look up Nissan setup at Spa, I'm sure it'll be the first video that pops up. That guy, I based it off of that setup, but then I've changed it to my liking, which is fairly different. But it's mainly to prepare this car for wet conditions, which is very likely in this race today. Can I nail the pit stop position?
Yellow flag ahead, watch out.
Is there someone behind me? I can't see. Right, pit strategy. I can't change my pit strategy, that is concerning. Why can't I change my pit strategy? Anyway, let's just try to get that. Oh, there's cars in the way. Okay, just take it slowly. Try there. That was too far to the left. Ah, no, I've got to wait 30 seconds. But one more shot at this. Currently got a approximately 6/10 gap to second. That's close between second and fifth. Right, I want to quickly do one more practice. Old tires will do. Yeah, well, it was concerning that I couldn't change my pit strategy before. That was weird. I still can't. Why can't I change my pit strategy? Has anyone had this problem before? I'm on my MFD HUD on the left there, the bottom left. I don't know if I'm missing something stupid. I can't seem to change my pit strategy. Ooh, whoopsie. I'm stuck on pit strategy number 1. And it is a little bit concerning, because I've got a bunch of pit strategies set up that I want to use in the race. Can't change it in the pits. I'll confirm that once I leave the pits. Thank you for that subscription. Right. No, I still can't change the pit strategy. Even out of the pits.
Yellow flag, be careful.
That will be a little annoying. My pressures are going to be all over the place if I don't have the ability to change my pit strategy. The only thing I can think of is that it's reset my controls, but everything else is working fine, so I don't think it's done that. Yeah, I'll check the control assignments as I get into the pits. As of right now, my pit strategy is stuck on 1. Yes, I've got different strategies for different track temperatures. For example, when the track gets colder, I've got higher pressures set for me to go out. And I've got pressures set for wet conditions.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
I mean, probably a week ago we had another pit bug. I'm already getting another one. Right, let's try that again. I still can't change it in here. Change the setup and then load the current one. Okay, I want to try this again. I can't see my pit box. Where is it? Did I go past it? Oh, it's right there. Alright, let's line this up. No. It's a little bit closer to that first line. I'll get it. I'll figure it out. I have to wait 30 seconds before I can go to the menu. I'll have a quick pee. I'll be right back. Hold on. If there's any important information that comes over the voice thingy, let me know. Actually, the session's changing right now. I better stay. Options.
Nice one, chaps.
Yeah, nice work.
Congrats. Good times.
Crazy times.
Now for the rain.
That's all dry.
Come on.
Anybody got any grid issues right now? Everybody seems to have spawned okay.
Yeah, not in P1.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay, cool. I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm going to go down to my team channel. I will talk to you later.
Thanks, Steve.
Peace, guys.
Actually, what time of day is it? It's like afternoon, isn't it? So it's probably going to get cooler. Let's do 6.4. 3. 5. 6. This is just gonna have to do. I'm hoping my pit strategies work. Can I do a quick pee? Yes, I can. I'll be super quick.
Yep, 2 mandatory pit stops, is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah, I don't think I can make it with 1 stop, so 2 it will be.
Have fun, people.
My first G1 wins.
144 minutes, not 1.4 corners.
And I'm back.
Going single file.
Yeah, we got pole today. Oh, we're in single file, so that's a little bit different from the last races I've done. So quickly, oh yes, I can change the pit strategy now. So I think it might have been locked in qualifying.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Thanks, Alex. And I've probably missed a few comments, but hey JR, hey Leonel. Who have we got in second? Strelnikov, the one behind them. Now, I should, yeah, no, I'm on the right side for the start.
I assume the rain is going to be in the dark.
Yeah.
So I want to use approximately 265 liters in this race to be safe. I'm not gonna be able to keep track of that if rain pit stops get in the way, so it's gonna have to be what it is. Another note is for pit stops, no matter how much fuel you add in this race, it is locked to a 25-second pit stop if you only change fuel, no matter how much fuel you change, and tyres is an extra 5 seconds. Thanks. $154 viewers, this is looking exciting. Hopefully we'll give you a good race. Should be a weird race with all the time progression multipliers on it. Should be going double file in a moment.
Staying double file.
Okay. I'm not too worried about getting the brakes very optimal. I think we'll be alright. Everything will get up to temperature soon enough.
Buddy. There's a pit window on the race, is that right?
Yep.
Use a little bit of Motic to adjust the dampers.
Open like in the first minute.
Okay.
Right, let's hope this goes well. I reckon it's going to be an interesting race. Which gear do I start in?
Green light. Go, go, go.
Right, well, I mean, about as clean as you want to be through the first two turns, or the first turn of Spa. Actually got a really good gap. Might pull myself back to the racing line. Oh, what has Nightbot done? Sorry if Nightbot's being a nuisance again, as always. Motec doesn't really... You sort of have to have a bit of an idea of what to do with Motec. I watched one of Neil Naljok's, I don't know how to say his name exactly, but he's got some great videos explaining a little bit of what you can do to make adjustments through Motec. So I've got a basic idea of what to do with the dampers and Motec. Yeah, this thing was really good off the start, that is true. Now, any early race changes that I need to make? I don't think so. If I make a nice gap, I could possibly do a little bit of fuel saving. That all depends on what happens first part of the race. Alright, well we've had a good first lap, still in first place, 2 hours 20 to go. That's one of my biggest enemies of this race is Radeon, because this thing is an understeering bus going through there. Everywhere else it feels pretty good though. Ah, JR, the thing is I'm a Kiwi, I'm not an Aussie, so I get to race it still. There's a lot of bees, Anvar. So what is the forecast looking like? We're all light clouds at the moment, looking to stay that way for the next wee while. But it is 10 times progression, so that could change very quickly. Thank you, Maud. Once I get into the flow of things, I can start doing some nice laps. Driving the Nissan GTR today, the 2018 one. Shouldn't have to lift through there, but my entry is a little bit off. Thanks, Russ.
Fastest lap of the race, man. Good job.
The temperatures are already coming down. It's already 5 PM and I think we started at 3:30 PM in ACC. Alright, thanks Hayden. See you later. Thanks for joining us. What is the red thing flashing? Well, we'll have to look in a moment. Okay, so what is the red thing flashing next to the Audi symbol on the car behind me? Oh, that is the ping. His connection quality to the server, and I don't think that's visually accurate. I don't know why it's jumping up and down. Oh wait, they were saying their connection wasn't that great to the server before the race started. I think they're a Russian team, I think. They don't have perfect ping to our server.
Fastest lap of the race. Great job, man.
Where you got someone taking their pit stop. Am I a dedicated GTR driver, or did I pick it just for this track? You know, I've been mainly driving the Aston Martin for my league races, and we've been driving the Audi R8 for our endurance races recently. I just wanted to go to something a little bit different I haven't driven before, and that would be this car. And it seems to do alright at this track, so here I am driving it. Seems that Duong has got past. Oh wait, the Audi that was behind us isn't on my relative anymore. Did they crash or what happened there? Did they go in the pits? Did they get removed for too high ping? Hate having to lift through there, but just gotta. Pace seems to be decent at the moment. All it takes is one crash and that all changes. And there's the chance of rain, which could spice things up. There's a high chance of rain, actually. We will be running through the night in this race. And we've got Shuttleworth, who is right on Duong's tail. We've got a few other cars a couple seconds back. Ooh. It's a decent lap time around here. There's a lot of variables. Track conditions, temperatures, the car you're driving, how much fuel you're running. You're looking at the very top times, you're probably looking at 2 minutes 16s on qualifying. And in race conditions, usually with max fuel, probably 2 minute 18s, and that's assuming you're running not too hot of a track. In optimum track conditions, optimum track grip.
Sorry, Master.
Anything sub 2 minute 20s is really quick, but don't be too stressed if you're above that. It's a long track, but yeah, there's lots of places to make and lose time. Yeah, decent lap times can be 2-minute 22s. It just really depends on what you're looking at. If you're looking for fast times in the world, you're looking closer to 2-minute 16s. Some people have achieved 2-minute 15s. Those are really good conditions, combined with a really good car and a really good driver. Nothing wrong with the 2-minute 21. There's a high chance we'll probably be running 2-minute 21s at some point during this race. If it rains, obviously we'll be running a lot slower than that. The understeer is severe in this car in high speed corners. But the fastest I got through there in the race so far. I did make my car just a tad more stable in case of rain conditions. I'm suffering a little bit more understeer than I would normally be.
Mocky, you're pinging everywhere, man.
Nichols, you're all over the shop, mate. Ping's terrible.
Fuck just happened? I tried to get off the road, but all the cars followed me somehow. Why did it spike right there? Oh.
Gap's looking quite comfortable at the moment. 5.5 seconds. Just myself today. I'm driving alone for this race. Ooh, that was a little bit wide. It's not been a solid lap so far. So when am I looking to pit? Maybe 40 minutes into the race or so. And you're right with that, Kingpin. It's definitely more about consistency than anything. Yep, those are good words. Don't solely focus on the lap times. Having to lift through there for safety now. A little bit too understeery. What happened to OOR? Nothing happened to OOR. We'll be racing there tomorrow in my league. Just doing an extra race for fun today. Good group of people. Also based in Aussie. Oh, I'm seeing clouds and I'm seeing a lot of understeer at the same time. Could we be seeing rain coming soon? What's the forecast say? No rain yet, just clouds, but that's a 3-minute forecast. Where's tomorrow's race? At Laguna Seca. Gonna be an interesting one. Dodging sausage curbs for 30 minutes twice in a row. Because that'll be it. It'll be 2 30-minute races again, like last week. This is on PC, Paul. You know what? Duong's actually holding that gap pretty steadily. Been within that 5 to 6 second range for a good few laps now. Oh, so I saw some tire marks on the road there. Going straight into that wall on the right. Somebody's had a hard time so far. That's not good. Clouds are getting dark. There's still no rain in the forecast. We are still in overcast conditions. But I am almost certain we're gonna see rain in this race. And it's gonna come at night time. That will probably happen.
Well done, mate. Fastest lap of the race so far.
Whoa, that was a bit nasty.
The car is exiting the pits, watch out.
You can see this thing just bouncing, and then it grips up eventually through Radion. Not ideal, but it gets us through the corner. Rain in 3 minutes? You are correct, there's rain in 1 minute. Oh no, here we go. Starts to get interesting in 1 minute. So rip to all the Lambos and Audis, because those things are hard to drive around this track in the rain. But honestly, so is the Nissan. I mean, it's meant to be fast, but I struggled with it in the way. It feels quite dodgy. I mean, it wasn't too bad after I changed the setup. But that's why it's very understeery right now. Ooh, it's a bit slippy there. Oh, there you go, there's your rain. Now, unlike regular time progression, these curbs are going to get slippery, the track's going to get slippery super quick with 10 times time progression. So I'm going to have to act quickly here. I'm not sure how long I can last on dry tyres in these conditions. My quick assumption is 2 laps. Oh, that's already slippy. Can I make one more lap? I think I'll run one more lap as my tester for the rest of the race. Because it's so difficult to simulate these conditions in practice, because they're a bit random. People picked to put on wets. I don't think they would have done it yet. Your wets will be chewed up by now on these with this rain at the moment. Wets. I'm going to do one more lap just to test how fast it changes. And it's my fault if I die. Okay, the curbs are all slippy already. Put that traction control up to 3. Oh, the rain's getting harder in a couple minutes. Alright, gonna pit in soon. Are the other guys pitting? Oh, one guy pitted. I think he's a lap back though. Alright, how do I take Radeon? Oh, here we go. No, I could have probably pushed a little bit harder. I was just a bit nervous. And the guys behind me are pushing a little bit harder. That gap came down a little bit. Already lost a second on this lap. So far it's drivable. Oh, Do I pit? Still feels drivable. What's the temperatures? That's the next thing I need to know. Okay, we're looking at 21 degrees. It would be closest to pit stop 7 or reset 7. Do I pit? Not yet. One more lap. Whip tires optimum. After I do the last corner. Well, thanks, game. That Lambo's gaining behind me, but I'm going to be a little bit more cautious than he is probably. He's got less to lose than what I do right now. Yeah, I could push harder through there still. No puddles yet. Okay, here we go. Okay. Want to put on this lap. You know, the car behind me may just be on wets. He did pit recently. I don't know if he predicted the rain. Okay, my brake bias has to go back. Right, I'm pitting. I believe. What are the temps now? Oh, yeah, no, those temps are going down quickly.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
I'll also take my fuel load on this pit stop. That guy's staying out, so I assume he's on wets already.
Might race this over.
Okay, I don't know. Let's hope this goes smoothly. There you go, perfect. Now let's hope pit stop works.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Let's go, 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 go.
Looks like the rain's gonna be staying like this way for a little while. Just as we thought, going night time and the rain comes. Ooh, I haven't driven in the rain in a while. I've never driven in this car before other than my brief practice. I think I was a little bit cautious entering the pits. I think Duong did close another second or two on me within the entry. We're going. Let's not die, please. Are the puddles here yet? Better find out. Okay, no puddles yet. Now, how slow am I in the rain? Let's find out. Oh, I gained time on Duong in the pit stop. Maybe he missed his perfect pitting position. For those who watch our videos, would you be interested in us making a video where we show the perfect pit stop position in the pits when you're coming to a dead stop, that perfect spot so it doesn't drag you back? If we make a video about that, would that be helpful? Because I know there's a few people that get confused out there about that perfect stopping spot. Alright, well yeah, I think we'll go ahead and make that video then. It seems like we want that information. I can't see a thing. Okay, so it seems like my pace ain't that bad on the wet, so I'm quite happy about that. I can't see the apex. That is so dark. Oh, here we go. Rouge already on. How's this gonna go? Looks pretty spectacular though. Okay, it's not that bad. Okay, I just heard the puddle. Could I include the pit entry in the lap guides? That could be done. I reckon that's something that I can include into the lap guides. Yeah, that's a good idea. Whoa. That was a bit slippy. Driving slowly is our host for today. So, okay, I've already run through the pit stop. I've added 89 litres, 89 plus 89, I'm not good at math, that's like 178? Is it? Something like that. So that's how much fuel I've used and have in my tank at the moment. Which means I need another 90 or so litres to finish the race. Although the fuel consumption's a lot lower in the wet. Oh, kinda close. I was also considering doing wet lap guides, but I'm not gonna have the patience to do that, unfortunately. Those are gonna take too much time, too much pain, too much stress. Yeah, braking points for pit entry would be a good idea to add to those lap guides, so thanks for that suggestion. That gap is consistent to Duong at the moment. As long as I keep doing what I'm doing, I think I'll be happy. Ooh, that was really close.
Ugh.
21 sec? No, it's 11 seconds. Settings for Logitech? Honestly, I've changed no settings with the wheel other than bringing in ACC the gain down to 75%. For this car, I usually run 85% gain for the rest of the cars.
Sorry, ma'am.
Someone's taken someone out. You think the Honda 2019 will... It seems to struggle at most tracks, but any of the intercontinental GT tracks, it has a really good BOP at, so... If you're racing at those tracks, like Laguna Seca, or... Yeah, no, Laguna Seca I think is one of them. Laguna Seca, Bathurst, Suzuka, Spa, I can't remember, but I think it's decent around those tracks. Yeah, especially at Bathurst, but it did get nerfed recently. But for the other tracks, I believe it struggles. My pressures are a tad high, but nothing too serious. Okay, building that gap just a little bit to doing at the moment. Appreciate the recent subscribers. I can't see who's subscribing on my screen, so I'm sorry that I can't read out the names. Oh, that was close. But in the future might have a better setup. I'm not using Logitech brakes, Greg. I'm using the Fanatec V3 Club Sport pedals, the load cell. But when I had the Logitech pedals, I hadn't touched them. I just ran them stock. Okay, went a little bit deep into the first corner there. That's what happens when you touch the curb, the wheels just spin up. Oh, now there's a 28. Oh, it probably hasn't crossed the line yet, that's why. 13-second gap. Yeah, okay, this car does not feel that bad in the wet going through Rouge and Radeon. Just straight brake, go down to 4th gear, and then trust the car and it'll make it through.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Yeah, I do play around with the first AC sometimes. I did install a lot. I don't know exactly what I did. I just followed some online instructions with that wheel check software. Definitely feels a lot safer the more wet the track gets. That oil layer seems to disappear and you've got more grip on the track. GT4 cars are quite fun. We're thinking of possibly doing a 3-hour race at Suzuka. The end of this month. I kind of want to run, because I think it's a GT3 and a GT4 multi-class race. I'm keen to see if Hayden is up to driving a GT4 car. We haven't raced one of those yet. I think that could be fun. I definitely feel different and a lot softer and a lot more slidey than the GT3 cars. Gaining more confidence in the wet now as well, so I'm able to go a little bit faster. I'm going a little bit soft into this corner though. I always race with a custom setup. I usually don't make it 100% on my own. I usually get a little bit of help. Or use a ready-made setup that I find somewhere online and then just adjust it to my liking. The setup I'm using right now, I found it from a YouTube video. I keep forgetting who the creator is. You search Nissan ACC Spa setup or something like that. It'll be the first video you see, I think. I based it off of that, but I did make a lot of changes. Just to suit my liking and this race. Yeah, those puddles are growing now, I can hear it. I wonder how long we're going to be seeing these conditions. I wonder if it's going to be like this for the rest of the race. Forecast is only 3 minutes, but still only shows rain. Nearly got 100 likes on the stream. Thanks for all the support so far. These streams have been doing a lot better in recent times, and I don't know where it came from. All I can do is thank everyone who's been joining.
Oh god. Of course I do that.
Yellow flag.
Uh-oh.
Be careful. Slow car ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Oh, that guy's off. Hey David. Yep, so you were in a meeting since qualifying. We had that lock strategy problem only in qualifying. It seems to be fine now. I've got a feeling it's just like that for qualifying. Now I'm freely able to choose my pit strategy, so there's no problems there anymore.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
It's going to be a quicker lap. Look at the curbs, you can see all that rubber's been rubbed off of the circuit with all this rain, so less slipperiness, more grip. Oh, I broke a bit late. Not too bad. Yep, we're all midnight. Well, it's past midnight now in the ACC, and we're in fairly heavy rain. Quite fun though. I'm sure it's not that fun for anyone driving an Audi or a Lamborghini. I remember driving the Lambo here in practice a while back in the wet, and it was just a death sentence in every corner. Whatever setup change I made before the race really helps in the wet. Understeer in the dry, it's super stable in the wet.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out. There's a slow car up ahead.
Uh-oh. Had to get off of that slippery stuff. Well, that was going to be a guaranteed spin.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Now, I don't know where the next car is, how far they are back, but they're off my relative now. So fairly comfortable race so far. Really take Radeon with a lot more confidence now. Looks like the gap's about 23 seconds now, so I'm really pulling away after getting that confidence. Uh-oh, someone's off. Oh no, they're going to the wall. Poor fella. Got an hour, 24 minutes to go. Nearly halfway through the race. Pressures on the right side are a little bit high. Okay. I honestly thought I was going to struggle a lot more in the wet. Ooh, okay. Looking at the forecast, we're looking at dry conditions again in a few minutes. Then it's going to be this, trying to decide when I go back onto dry tires. Yeah, it's getting a bit slippy as well.
Sorry, man.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Right, oh, I don't know if I can take a full tank. No, I can't. That means I'm going to have to come for an extra pit stop.
Thank you.
The other thing is, how long is the track going to stay dry after the rain stops? Oh, those puddles are going to be scary on slick tires.
Thank you.
Might just go as long as I can on the wets until they're burnt to a crisp. Just to know that the track's drying out. Fact. Tires are already building in pressure. They're also getting quite hot. Okay, so the rain has apparently stopped, but I'm still getting spray back from that car in front. Yeah, we can get punctures in this in ACC. I'm not sure all the ways you can get them, but I know that if your pressures drop below around 24 psi, something really low, you run the risk of puncturing your tire. You hit the curbs too much.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
And obviously if you wear your tires too much, they can eventually burst. That happened to us right after the finish line at Suzuka, 8 hour. Okay, so I need to figure out what my best option is to change onto. It's still 19 degrees. That'd be preset 2.
Car on the left.
Guess you could have that one.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure how quickly the track's gonna dry. The fact that my tires aren't burning just yet shows that the track's still wet. We can be driving on these tires for a little bit longer. How far back is Duong? "30 seconds, so it's a good gap." Almost don't even need to shift down to 4th anymore. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask, and I can try and give an answer. Can't promise I can answer everything, but I can try. Just because the rain has stopped now doesn't mean it won't come back. Yes, skirting you can. If you go into the inside line where the water still sits, you will be able to cool your tyres down. Fortunately, my tyres aren't overheating just yet, so I don't... Well, they're a little bit hot. If I hold it on the inside, I'm sure they'll go back to green state. The effect isn't huge, but it's there.
Just letting you know, Nichols, that I'm not flashing my lights at you. I have damage.
I noticed that.
My ears.
I've got damage too.
There's another feature in ACC. If you get front damage and you've got your headlights on, sometimes the headlights will flicker. Okay, my tyres are beginning to heat up now. I will have to use that line. That wet line. There you go, so there's a halfway notice. Halfway through the race. Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, I thought the wet was going to be a lot worse than it is, honestly. But this car's actually been a lot better than I had in practice after making that setup change. And we can begin to see the light of day becoming evident again. At 10 times progression, putting us through a 24-hour cycle in this race.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Got one car entering the pits behind me in the race. Maybe they think it's time for dries. Right, what are we running at? Still in wet conditions, it doesn't say damp yet.
There's a slow car up ahead. Yellow flag, be careful.
Oh, someone's off the track. I think it was the other Nissan. It was one of the Nissans. I'm quite comfortable to run these tyres as long as I need to. No problems at the moment. Oh no, poor fella, that's a wall. That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. F for him in chat.
There's a slow car up ahead.
Here's the Lexus that I think we saw at the start of the race. They're in 9th. Yeah, that's painful. Because you're that really long pit lane. Yeah, one of the last things you want to do is get a stop and go, a drive through at Spa. Okay, yeah, those tyres are heating up now, so I better start driving that line. Said that a few laps ago, but now it's really starting to happen. Now that the light's coming out, we can still see the track is quite wet.
Ugh.
2 minutes? Oh, I wouldn't know. I'd say it's probably longer than that. I mean, if you're getting a stop and go, then it's probably going to be longer than 2 minutes.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh no. Maybe these two came together. This guy's a lot closer than he was before. Yeah, that would be a painful penalty. Right, so the day has begun. We're in the light again. See things. These wet tires are coming to the end of their life. But still not dry enough for dry tires. I thought it was going to dry up a lot quicker than this with 10 times progression. It does say damp conditions now, so we might be lucky. I've noticed that Duong has hit the pits. I think they've gone for their tyre change. Maybe I'll do it next lap around, should I? What do you guys think? Dry tyres yet? There is still a puddle there that makes me nervous. I don't want to hit that with dry tyres, it makes me a little bit scared. Usually you can dry damp conditions with dry tyres. Oh, but I don't really want to have to stop again. I wanted to add 90 litres of fuel. Can I fit that? Oh, I probably could actually. Sure, not yet. I might keep going until I can fit 90 litres in the tank. That would require... oh man, that's actually a long shot. And then there's a chance of rain again and... next thing is I don't want these tyres to blow up. I've been driving on them for quite a while. So the Nissan has a tank size of 135 litres. I've used... on my first stint I started with 89 litres. On my first pit stop I added 89 litres, so that's 178 litres so far. I wanted to... from my terrible math, I worked out I needed around about 260 litres in total to finish the race, which is probably a bit much, but safety. So that would require me to pit when I have 25 litres left, and that is still quite a long way off, so I'm just going to have to suck it up and pit in for those dry tyres and hopefully get lucky with more rain or something, so everyone has to pit again. I'm sure everyone else is in the same situation, surely. I do think it's time to pit though, for those dry tyres. Just start sorting out that pit stop, so it's 21 degrees, it will be going up. Probably a 25-degree preset I'll go for. What do I got? 24 degrees. Preset 3. I should also add some pressure to the wet conditions. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Hey guys. I'm gonna pit on this lap. Yeah, this thing's getting really slippy now. And my FPS taking a little bit of a hit. Okay, so running a little bit extra pressure, that's probably not enough, but whatever. I set 13. And I won't be able to fill up the tank. How much fuel will I be adding to fill up the tank? So I've got, how much? I've got 45 litres now. I hope the rain doesn't just suddenly come back. What's going on here? $45 litres. Oh, actually, you know what? That's pretty close. Oh, you know what? I might be alright. You know what? I might actually be alright. I was wrong with... my maths is terrible. I might be alright.
Come on, let's go.
I might be alright though. I've been using less fuel throughout the rain period. So... I don't know. I think I might be alright. Maybe. I can always do a little bit of fuel saving. I've got the gap to do it. Oh, my mess is terrible. Assuming it doesn't rain, I shouldn't need a pit stop again in this race. Uh-oh, that was a little sketchy. Forgot I'm on dry tyres in the wet. You know, I'm terrible with my mess. I should be fine with fuel now. Now, let's see if dry tyres was a good decision. I might have pit a tad early. Because my original plan worked out around about 260 litres for the entire race, with some safety. But the fact that I've run through a period of rain, a big period of rain, I've been using quite a bit less fuel overall. So that's dramatically changed how much fuel I need. So I should have plenty fuel now for the rest of the race. So that worked out quite fortunately for me. Alright, hopefully the sun coming out will dry out the track a little bit more. I think we'll be quite alright with these tyres though. They haven't tried to kill me too much just yet. I believe the car behind me still has one more pit stop to do, so I don't have to worry about them. Yeah, I think we'll be alright. Tyres aren't too bad at all. I do enjoy that though. Having to go through rain mid-race, change the tyres, it adds to excitement. Luckily I think I've perfected, or I haven't perfected it I'd say, I've just done a really good job through the wet period. I'm quite happy with that. Now I just have to keep it on track while the track's a little bit wet on the dry tyres. But I see the temperatures are beginning to, as I slide, temperatures are beginning to creep up on these tyres. Those curbs are still not the greatest, they're very slippery. Yeah, Josh, it's, I don't know where, okay, we can check here. Duong, I think, was net second position. And he is, okay, it doesn't say at the moment, we'll see how far back he is when it updates. Uh-oh. Very slippery. So he's 34 seconds behind second, or is he 34 seconds behind me? Oh, that person in second now has gone into the pits. And I think I'll be able to equal my wet lap times just before the pit stop in a few moments. I think that was almost the perfect time to do the pit stop. Still got less than an hour to go, 50 minutes. Those who have missed the start, nothing too spectacular. It was a very clean start. I had a very good pull off the line. This Nissan really gave me a gap going down the Kemmel Straight. Then a few laps down the line, something happened to whoever was in second place. They just seemed to disappear off my relative. And it's been Duong who's been in second for the whole race. Other than that, he held a consistent gap for a while, but then I sort of fell into a groove and managed to pull some good times. And then the rain came, and then the night came at the same time. I think Duong might have missed his pit stop box. He lost a good 4 seconds in the pit stops. And once I settled in on the wet tyres, this car was very good. I managed to pull a pretty big gap, so I'm happy with everything so far. The gap's sitting around about half a minute to Duong, who's still in second. Thanks, Josh. And when I did come back onto the dry tyres, I probably severely overfueled. That's because I was mostly still going off my dry calculations. There's no harm done. This thing is still quick enough with a lot of fuel in it. Nissan's actually surprisingly good at Spa. I didn't expect it to have the performance it does, but it's good. Tomorrow I will be back again for the OOR GT3 League. Sprint series. Driving at Laguna Seca, 2 30-minute races.
Yellow flag ahead, be careful.
You can see that dry line starting to form. The lap times will start getting quicker.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
Oh, someone was off there.
I'll let you through at the calm dive.
At the what? Thank you. He carried a little bit more speed than I did through Rouge and Radion. Yeah, I'm using cockpit view. Yeah, I think somebody asked earlier if I could add the pit stops into the track guides in the future, and I agree that would be a good idea. So yes, I'll probably do something about the pit stop entries in future lap guides. And I also brought up making videos about that perfect stopping spot. When you come to a dead stop in your pit stop, If you get it slightly out of position, you'll lose 4 seconds when it drags you back into position. So I'll probably make a video on the perfect stopping position for each car. Thanks, Josh. I'm glad it helps. I do want to get making a few more of them. I'm just not sure which one I'll do first. And I keep saying it, I do want to do GT4 lap guides as well. But then I'm going to have to, with the GT4s, I'm going to have to go through each GT4 to do a different lap guide for all of them, since they all handle differently. They have different handling characteristics. There's nothing you want to... Definitely don't want to overshoot your pit stops and get speeding penalties. Especially at a track like Spa when the pit lane's so long. Yeah, my fuel should be absolutely fine. Those tyre pressures and tyre temps slowly coming up. Current track state. Greasy. Getting closer towards a dry track. Still doesn't feel quite grippy through Erosion Radion. Can't quite trust the car in there just yet. Oh wow, we've lost a lot of teams in recent times. I was pretty sure I checked just before I came into the pits and we had 26 teams out of 29, and now we've got 22, so we've lost quite a few. It's unfortunate.
Thank you.
I'll go wide here, Doc.
Thank you. Oh, there we go. The grip's nearly there. Looks like most of the track's dry now. Just about into comfy position. Comfy track state. Still greasy, but it'll be dry very shortly.
Cheers.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Cheers, officer. Sorry about that.
Nearly fait for blanchiment. Now I know Shuttleworth was sitting around 3rd position, so he's lost out a little bit somehow. Notice how every car on that relative, on that top 8, is a front engine car. I'd say that's probably because front engine cars are very dominant in the rain. Especially the Nissan's good, the Aston's really good in the wet, the Bentley's really good in the wet, and I think the Lexus has got to be one of the best in the wet. And there's also a BMW in there. So that rain period really did hurt all the other brands. I don't see any more wet patches. We're in a fully dry track now. Yeah, 40-second gaps, P2. Now, yeah, okay, we're on a green track, so we're no longer on a wet track. But we're on a very low grip track at the moment, that's about it. Exhauster, I'm using the Fanatec V3 Club Sport pedals. Been using them for the entire of 2020. Before that I was using the Logitech pedals. And now I'm using the Fanatec pedals. Oh wow, my pressures are a little bit high now. Nothing I can do about that.
There's a slow car up ahead.
Using the Logitech G920 wheel. Here's Shuttleworth.
Yellow flag, be careful. Slow car ahead.
Audi was getting a little bit sideways.
Fuck, I lost connection, really? Ah.
Oh, that sounds like someone's lost connection. That's unfortunate. Got 20 teams left. It'd be nice to upgrade wheel at some point, but as of right now, I think I'll be using this Logitech wheel for a while. Yeah, currently running first. The gap is about 42 seconds to second. We were running in the wet, but now we're on a dry track again. We're nearly flat through Rouge and ready on. Only thing I've done with force feedback in ACC is taken the gain down to 75%. In this car, for every other car, I've been running at 85%. I hear the G29 is slightly better than the G920. I'm not sure exactly why, but I do know the G29 has a couple more buttons and a twisty knob thingy, whereas the G920 doesn't. The G920 is designed for the Xbox and the G29 designed for the PlayStation. Ooh, that was a nasty bump. Why not direct drive? I mean, it would be nice to have a direct drive. Except they're kind of expensive and they're out of my range at the moment. Hey Mumba. Yeah, I've been doing a little... Well, we used to do more iRacing in the past. We did some iRacing Enduros earlier in the year. I know that Hayden and I and team members we drove with in the Daytona 24 earlier this year, we're going to do that again next year. I think that's in February or the end of January. iRacing 24 hours of Daytona. That was really fun. We'll do that again next year. Hayden and myself, obviously both of us are honest drivers, we used to do a bit of race room. We did some race room leagues a couple years ago. Sure, race room's changed quite a lot since we did that though. But yeah, race room's fun. I love the variety in race room. We're still on a green track. Oh wow. Yeah, my pressures are way above where they should be. But we're on a 10 times time progression, so that's gonna be bound to happen. Ouch, I broke a bit late there. SimGrid, I've heard of it, I've seen a couple live streams, but I honestly don't know much more about it than that. I don't really know what it's all about. Right, we've got 22 minutes to go. Hopefully I won't bin it. We'll get a first place, hopefully. Check the gap to second. Whenever it updates. I just chose the GTR because I haven't driven it before, really. I've never done a race in this car for longer than 20 minutes. Because I've been driving the Aston Martin in my league. I've been driving the Audi with Hayden in our endurance races. We also drove the Lamborghini at the 6 Hours of Spa. And I just wanted to choose something that I haven't really driven before. Just be a bit different. And GTR is actually really good around Spa, it turns out. Is it just me, or the clouds back? I think the clouds are back. We might have a spicy ending to this race. Yeah, I'm running a load cell pedal at the moment, which is definitely, I've got no complaints, it feels great. Less than 20 minutes to go. Okay, it's the first time I've cut the top of Radeon, so I still can't do it flat in these conditions. So we're now in fast conditions, so we've gone up from green. Plus my pressures, I'm way out. This was my first double shift of the race. We could just be seeing some race towards the end of this. We're now in overcast. Something tells me we could be finishing in the rain. And that's gonna make it difficult. You'd probably lose too much time going to the pits to change onto wets. You just have to deal with whatever you get. Try to survive the wet and dries. Dry tires. I don't think you're driving heavier on with dry tyres, but in damp conditions we'd probably drop down to maybe more just below 2-minute 30s, or maybe just over 2-minute 30s. It really depends, there's a lot of variables when it comes to the rain. But that's if it rains. It's looking quite nasty right now. Overcast. Your sunny skies just a little moment ago. 15 minutes to go. I think if it started raining now we'd be fine on dries to the end of the race. It's hard to say because before I drove about 3 laps maybe on the dry. In the dry tyres when it started raining. After that it would be really hard to keep it on the road, especially since we have the 10 times time progression. We'll see. No sign of rain just yet. Lean to your fuel. I had way over fueled. If I was able to calculate my fuel live, then I would have got a lot better judgment with my fuel for this final stint. I think it's alright, as it is. Really trying to get that car flat through a rouge and Radeon, it's just not happening.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
DeWong is now 48 seconds back, it seems. Very strong gap there. Oh no, looks like Shuttleworth's disappeared off that list. He was in the top 5, but now he's gone. Maybe he was the one that disconnected. Ten minutes to go. Oh, it's beginning to get a little bit tired. It is late here, it's 1 AM. Must be in Europe if you if it's lunchtime there. How do I handle 2-hour races? I think you just need to, I don't know. I don't think of it too much. Obviously you have a little bit of a snack and a drink before you start the race, have a toilet break. You have to mentally prepare in a way and then accept that you're going to be sitting still for 2 hours. I think once you start driving, you sort of forget about it. Once you know you're driving for 2 hours, you just accept it and drive. I don't know. I don't really think about it too much. Spike, how many degrees of rotation do I use? Whatever the default setting is, which I assume is 900 for this wheel. I have not changed it. I'm from Nelson, Mamba. Definitely no issues with running out of fuel. I'm all good for that. Good to see we've got some viewers from other side of the world. The only unfortunate thing is obviously the timing. Yeah, so most of the rest of the world, I mean, at least on the opposite side of the world it's morning, and then over here in New Zealand and Australia it's very late at night. So it's not the greatest time for me to be doing these things. That's the only real chance I get, because if I race in European leagues, then I have to be racing through the middle of the night. Or really early in the morning. Good to see you all from, you guys from Mississippi. My tyres don't seem to be too hot, it's just they're way over pressured. The reason for that being is, in this race we're running a 10 times time progression in ACC, so basically 1 minute it's 20 degrees, and then once the sun comes out it's 30 degrees, so it jumped up a lot and now the pressures are way too high. But the actual temperatures seem fine. Looks like we've got about 2 more laps, 2 or 3. The image from the webcam is flipped. I mean, can't see it right now, but I hope that's a good thing, or not a bad thing at least. Is my ping okay to European servers? Not really, so people don't really like when I'm racing against them if I'm racing against Europeans.
driver's stint time drove through.
Yeah, it's cool to see people from all around the world. Exciting. I'm hoping to keep it here. This has not been it. If I bin it, then I'm probably not going to win. So, if I keep it on track for a couple laps more. Couple laps, and I'll be able to claim the win. I thought I did switch the webcam so it turned with my wheel in the game. Guess not. I'll have to sort that out for next time. It was meant to match whatever's happening in ACC. Maybe we can do some donuts after the race, the tradition. Can I tell you guys about the setup? What do you mean? Do you mean my car setup or the sim rig setup? Well, the sim rig is just a homemade wooden rig. The steering wheel is a Logitech G920, the pedals are Fanatec V3 Club Sports, using a 32-inch TV screen on a homemade steel monitor mount. An old car seat I'm sitting on. My computer specs I can't remember off the top of my head, and I'm running a RTX 2060 Super, I think it's a Super.
Anyone else have this driver's stint drive through?
Nah. What, because you buy the game?
I'm just going to ignore it.
There's a few people because you've got a maximum stint of 70 minutes. So if you pitted before an hour 10 to change the dries, you'll end up getting a penalty for it.
No more pitting. This is the last minute. I'll get one more lap. Car setup. Well, it's nothing too fancy. I just made it comfortable enough for me to drive this race. If you look on YouTube and search, I forgot what I searched, but I think it's ACC Nissan Spa setup. One of the first videos at the top. I forget who the creator is, but that's what the setup's based off of, is that guy's setup. With a bit of changes, there are changes, just to make it comfortable for me. And the high risk of rain, which did happen in this race, I wanted it to be more stable. But it's based off that setup. Have I tried ACC in VR? No, I did on my old computer when it very first came out. My wheel's getting rather stiff. That was weird. Last two laps I've gone through already on my wheel's been super stiff. Hopefully that's not a sign. Let's get through this last lap. But I haven't tried ACC VR since it was very first released, and that was in beta and it wasn't very well optimized back then. And I was on my old PC, so I have not tried it in recent times. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that support. And you're right, it is a good way to connect from people all over the world. Unfortunately, when you're connecting with people at the opposite side of the world, there is issues with ping, but for the most part it's fairly good. Coming around the last few corners, this will be the end of the race. It's actually been a fairly straightforward race, if I'm going to be honest. Nothing major has really happened on my side. We can have a brief look on the replay to look at the start and maybe, or when the rain started, something else. Maybe to watch whatever happened to second place, the Russian team. You're right, I did overlap third. I only just noticed that. Final corner. I think we're going to claim first place, that's pretty cool. Nice, that's a first. Little bit of redemption for the 9 hours of Kyalami with all our trouble that happened there. But I think that was a success. There's a bit of an anti-store which makes it hard to donut. Thank you, Denzel, which just got blocked by Nightbot. Pink splits. I stalled it. Finally got a P1 in one of these longer races. That anti-stall is really annoying. Well, that anti, it's like a launch control. My first damage of the race right there.
Somebody pushed me in the pits, I'm out of fuel.
Someone ran out of fuel.
Getting lapped saved my whole race in the last lap. I can't believe it.
I think I said, going by what someone just said in the chat, I saved someone's race because they're going to run out of fuel. Oh wow. I think we can take quickly we look at our donuts. Slow motion. While we wait for the session to tick over.
Sucks.
Best camera view to do the sum.
Anybody still driving?
Still got quite a
Just
few.
cruising.
Got 5 left.
Okay.
Here you go. Thank you, everyone. For those who are heading off early, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Thanks for everyone's support as always. I think that was a really successful race, and I will be back tomorrow doing the OOR GT3 Sprint League. I'll be driving, obviously, the Aston Martin at Laguna Seca, 2 30-minute races. The second race is reverse grid for the top 12 finishes of the first race. It's good fun. Got 4 more rounds of the main season, and then we do the finals. It'll be good. Thanks, Kimbuff. We'll skip through the session, and then we'll take a look at the start of the replay. Thanks, Suspicious Tumbleweed. Very suspicious name. Will it be around the same time?
Very well done, fellas.
Nice job, boys.
Let's get through this first.
Yeah.
Hold on.
P3.
Anybody who finished that deserves a medal. Good on you. Well done.
Really good, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
First 20 minutes, I like to apologise for my internet dying, and I don't know if I took anyone out, but I smashed into the wall.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was right behind that.
Yeah, it looked impressive.
Yeah, I couldn't even steer it back to the pits.
Thank you,
I made
GQ
it
Ran.
back. I got lapped by the whole
Nastico.
field after my repair and exit the pits. I was coming back for the top of M. I was coming back for the M win.
Am I allowed to
16
leave,
seconds
or do I have
off,
to stay?
And then I just lose connection. 26 minutes to go.
Oh shit,
man.
I think we're allowed to leave.
What a shit.
Gain 10 positions and then it just dies.
that sucks. But you got to the end, mate. So well done.
Yeah, congrats.
And well done, Brandon, on the win.
Yeah, nice job, man.
Yeah,
Too quick.
Good drive.
Thanks, everyone, and thanks for the event. It was great.
Must be
Thanks
AI.
for coming along.
Yeah, thanks for all those involved in organising it. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
huge fun.
Kind of broken the chat, but okay. I was going to type thanks.
Hell yeah.
I think everyone deserves a beer, mate, or a coffee, or whatever your poison is.
I'm fucking sweating.
Right, I see a bunch of you dropping off now. Thanks for joining.
Upload the results in a bit, so you'll be able to see them on the site soon.
Take a quick look at the replay before
Guessing I was gonna
finishing
turn my
off.
fan on in the pit stop, but I never did.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. See you next week.
29
Catch you later,
tyres
boys.
there.
Thanks for the night.
Thanks again, everyone.
Ciao.
Cheers.
29 tyres there, Art, and about.
I'll quickly drop out of the chat.
Damage. So.
Right, so now we have a little bit more silence. So we can view where... Oh, I didn't get the start of the race. Because replays don't save the entire race. Can I see if it saved the first half of the race in the automatic saves? 1 hour 30. 1 hour 29. This might just be the first half of the race. Thanks, Mucka. Niels. Take a quick look at the replay. Just the start. I don't think there's a whole lot. Oh wait, no, this is the same thing. Damn, I don't think it saved the start of the race. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm sure somebody would have saved the replay in the group, but I don't think we get that opportunity today. See the start. The highlights. I won't be doing the extra fun races tonight, it's just a bit late. And for that, the person who asked, will it be around the same time, Edward? It will probably... I started... Oh gosh, can't really change time zones in my head straight away, but... Qualifying today was at 10:30 PM New Zealand time, which is like 8:30 AEDT. Race... Oh gosh, when did the race start? The 20-minute qualifying, so that means it would have started about 8:50 AEDT. And so that was today's race. We'll be starting about an hour earlier tomorrow and finishing probably a couple hours earlier as well. So I know it's an awkward time for a lot of people around the world to join, but thanks for those who do come and watch. The crazy race, we ended up having rain through the night. It was really exciting. Didn't have a whole lot of on-track battle action. I had a very clean race, I think. I didn't have... Pretty much, I had no mistakes. I only had 2 moments that were very minor. Quite happy with that. Hey, Owen. I don't think there's a whole lot to watch in the replay, though. Sun came out, rain disappeared, the track was wet but still drying out. Came to the pits, I had a perfect pit stop. I just added too much fuel. That was the only problem. But I came out alright. Thanks, Mumba. This was my second pit stop, actually. Yeah, that was all clean, smooth pit stop. And then after that, out of the pits, on dry tyres. The track was still a little bit wet. It took a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Track to completely dry up, and then we're on our way. Nice dirty car. Let's see those donuts. It's like the car's flying. Apparently that's how physics works. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, I enjoyed it. For those who are joining tomorrow, we'll see you soon. For those who are just watching today's race, thank you again. Hope to see you again soon. For now, goodbye, and we'll see you again another time. Thanks for watching.